Time for a little controversy. Who decided skeletons are scary? Like, you have a skeleton, do not be afraid of you. But they aren't meant to exit the meat. McQueen. 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 I'm begging of you, please, don't take my man. Grace Wheatpants culture is prejudiced against growers. I don't understand what Grace Wheatpants have to do with farmers. Horses are just vegan cars. This implies that cars eat animal products, and I can't face that right now. Emotionally or mentally, cars do eat animal and plant products, if you count the fossils used to make gasoline. So my grandmother just told me a joke. Why do women wear panties with flowers on them? I dunno, cause flowers are pretty cool. In loving memory of all the faces that were buried there, I just like OMG grandma no. One time when I was like 6 to 7, I was hanging out with a friend on one of these. And he told me a joke so funny, God I wish I could remember, that I lost control and pissed myself, but I was on the upside, and so my pee stream trickled down and wet his pants, and I couldn't stop laughing as I watched it happen. Even when he noticed I had peed his pants and got off, sobbing, I couldn't stop cackling. I hit the ground and rolled off, giggling and probably still pissing myself. I peed someone else's pants. I never saw this kid again. Sorry kid. Person, why do you always go on all these side quests and play your character like a goody two shoes? Me, tearfully, because in video games I can help everyone. Would you dismiss the wise words of a sage simply because their face was scarred or otherwise disfigured? I think not, and yet you engage in just this type of prejudice when you ignore my opinions on vaccines. Simple, because my profile picture is a busty minion. There was absolutely no way to predict where this post was going. Remember kids, rats are the Capri Sun of the vampire world. Hi, what the F does this mean? Hal is right clicking to save an image and accidentally clicking ML image and having to wait 40 years for some ML program you didn't even know existed to rise from its slumber like some Lovecraftian ancient god. Meanwhile the fans on your laptop are preparing for takeoff and you stare dead-eyed as the rainbow spirals. 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 You wait and suffer this cosmic karma. Days pass. Just a few more seconds, you slur, your laptop freezes and the concept of time is no longer comprehensible. Your family and friends forget your name, and you fade from existence. I hope to God I'm doing this right. I'm not sure how to feel about this. Update, the Gatorade didn't give the rice any flavor as I had hoped, but the color is nice. I know a guy who's bought in entirely to Microsoft's ecosystem. He's got a Windows 10 computer, Windows Phone, uses Microsoft Edge, and has Bing as his main search engine. He refers to looking things up on the internet as binging it. Very surreal. Never met anyone else like that. That was the devil. Once you stop fantasizing about that ideal version of yourself and start working towards becoming that person by setting your alarm clock earlier and actually going to the gym and actually volunteering at places and actually eating healthier and not procrastinating and working just a little bit harder, you'll realize that it was so easy all along. Becoming your ideal self will only ever exist in your mind until you make the decision to work towards becoming that person. Get up, get going. It's now or never. There is no light at the end of the tunnel. Get that flashlight and pave your own patch B, because no one else is going to do it for you. My bartender asked me if I was in a wedding with midgets. I stared at that for 5 minutes before I realized they were sitting. I'm literally crying right now. Oh, they're sitting on the guy's knees. Okay, I see it now. Name: Pepsi. Breed: mix. Gender: male. Size: medium. Drives up to the Human Society and yells out my window, "Yeah right, like a medium Pepsi." One time I said John Krasinski's greatest achievement was becoming Emily Blunt's husband and my mom got offended. She was like, "What if you said that about a woman?" And I was like, "If some woman married Emily Blunt that would also be her greatest achievement. What's your point?" One of my friends is a very pregnant dog, and like 3 times a day I say to her, "Hello, you are full of several other smaller dogs," and she wags her entire body at me like it's true. I contain multitudes. I love that her friend is a pregnant dog. What a nice friend to have. Yeah, she's my buddy, I love her. Update. There were 5 smaller dogs inside my dog friend, but now they are all outside of her instead. Great update, now you have 6 friends. Sorry, I have bubonic plague, I can't hang out tonight. Or rats. In your opinion, which location would be the most dangerous during a tornado? Circle 1. Explain your choice. It is way too dangerous to circle a tornado. This kid gets it. 1 in 20 people has been a victim of crime, which means that 19 out of 20 people are criminals. How Tumblr thinks statistics works. Dolphin mermaids would be so cool, like, yes, a dolphin mermaid would save you from that shark, but she would absolutely find a way to hit on your mid-rescue. She'd probably be really gross about it too. That is how dolphins are. And don't think you'd get a romantic dinner out of it either. A dolphin mermaid's idea of a fun date would be like, hey, let's get high on pufferfish venom and vandalize a yacht. That sounds like a hot date to me. Witnesses say they asked Brittany why she shaved her head and her response was, I'm tired of plugging things into it, I'm tired of people touching me. We think Greeks were a very rational people and all, until we learn about the Baphonia, an Athenian ritual, where a laboring ox had to be sacrificed, but at the same time, this was considered a terrible crime, so when the priest killed it with an axe, he had to throw it aside, and get the F out of there running for his life. Then the rest of the people discovered the crime scene, and blamed the axe, the only one present. The axe was immediately carried before the court of the Prytaneum, which charged the axe with having caused the death of the ox. Sometimes it was absolved, others, it was thrown into the sea. You cannot tell me they didn't do all of this with a sense of humor. My favorite scene in Frozen. Who's gonna sign her paycheck? Museum visitor falls into giant hole that looks like a cartoonish painting on the floor. The entire Mario Party cast shows up at my funeral. Waluigi looks like he's trying to hide his excitement. It's okay, I left him everything in my will. A bop, a banger, and a jam are all different. But you have to feel the difference in your heart. A bop is something light or something you casually enjoy. You don't mind it / it's cute in the moment. A banger is something goes hard, sometimes unnecessarily, can invoke deep emotions, can fizzle out after some time has passed. A jam is something that can be considered as nostalgic. It is a song that is a personal anthem. No matter what you are going through, you just respond to it. It is immortal. Florida man on drugs kills imaginary friend and turns himself in. You can see the remorse in his eyes. Florida again. I'm kind of sad, okay. This cat's name is Princess Monster Truck. Thank you. Me at 9 PM. Got a big day tomorrow. Better hit the hay. Me at 2 AM. Listen, if an immortal feels brave and supported enough to come out, we should respect them. This post is a journey. 1 reblog equals 1 respect. I maintain that humans started attempting classify animals, and some god or another made the platypus, and is still laughing. Zeus, hits joint. Okay, so like, it's gonna have a duck bill, right, but not a body, okay, and then a beaver tail. It's a mammal, but it lays eggs. Hades, wait dude, give it poison, make it poisonous. It's weird how people say follow your dreams instead of follow your ambitions, because once I had a dream where I worked for a place that tried to genetically engineer ducks to speak English, except the ducks only criticized people's fashion sense. Please follow your dream. How to use. If you really don't know how, then we suggest you find someone you really like and invite them into the shower with you to demonstrate. I didn't know body wash could be so sexy and condescending. Every time I see this post I think it's a fire extinguisher and I get really confused. You think you're confused? I thought it was nail polish. I thought it was Pepto-Bismol. The best superpower ever has to be the power to refill things. Think about it. Your glass is empty. Refill it without getting up. Your bank account empty. Power rot, refill it. Your bed is empty of a person of your preferred gender. Refill it and have some fun. At first I was all, well, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard. But then I was all like, genius, pure unadulterated genius. Person annoying you? Refill their bladder. Who would win in a fight? Courage the Cowardly Dog or Scooby-Doo? Circumstances. If Courage loses, Muriel dies. If Scooby loses, then Shaggy dies. Discuss. Scooby is a gluttonous heathen who cares for nothing but the contents of his stomach. Counter. Scooby eats Courage. Courage would traverse the depths of Scooby's stomach and find a way to get out and enact justice upon him. Courage has defeated stronger beasts than Scooby in order to save Muriel. Courage continuously surmounts his cowardice, whereas Scooby has only ever captured a monster through her penstance. Courage is more than ready to kill for his owner, and owes more to Muriel than Scooby does to Shaggy. Kids, could you lighten up a little? When I travel, I like to take hilariously bad pictures of common tourist things, because anyone can take a nice picture of them, so I'd rather take a shitty one I can laugh at later. Here's this. Continuing. You all mentioned ice, laundry pods, bath bombs, but you're forgetting the most chewy thing of all. Forbidden pockets. What is happening?